Hey, what's going on guys, Tech here. So today I'm going to be making a Reina focused video where I'm going to be sharing more tips that you guys may not know already, and these are pretty helpful and good to know. So let's get right into it. So the first tip I'm going to be sharing is to use CD3 plus 4 over CD3. If you don't know what CD3 is, it's an electric wall god kick and it looks like that. So it's one of Reina's best moves because it's safe on block if you do the electric version. So if you press down forward and 3 at the same time, like just like an electric import, you get an electric version which makes it -9 on block. It's a counter hit launcher and it deals a lot of damage, and it also hits grounded, so you can use it for guaranteed follow-ups, and it flips over for really good okay. So it's definitely like one of Reina's best moves, and it's a very important move. So the problem is that, you know, we all know that electrics are execution heavy. We tend to get misinputs, like maybe down 2, down forward 2. CD3 is a similar kind of issue where you get misinputs, but the misinputs are much worse than electric, because at least with an electric, you get most of the time down 2, which is a safe on block counter hit, counter hit knockdown move. So that's not bad, you know, you can potentially get a counter hit. But with CD3, when you misinput this move, the misinput that you get is down 3. So you can see why this is bad. Reina doesn't do any, like, she doesn't attack, she just walks away. And this can be really frustrating, especially if you're going to go for a guaranteed follow-up, like after while running 3. And you get that you know, that can be the difference between winning a game or not, as you don't get any damage, and the opponent can just stand up and they have a chance to win again. So it's a really bad misinput, and it tends to happen when you press 3 like a bit early. So you press it when you're pressing down, because the input is forward, neutral, down forward. So it's when you press the 3 button a bit early and you get down 3. So it's a pretty bad misinput. Now there's a way to like kind of mitigate this to like a certain extent. You will still get misinputs, but you'll get a better misinput, and that's to use CD3 plus 4. So to do this, you know, you'll need a 3 plus 4 bind. That will make it the easiest. So if you haven't already set a 3 plus 4 bind, as you can see, my 3 plus 4 bind on the overlay is it's next to my forward button. This is the button, you know, position where I find it pretty comfortable, you know, easy to reach. If you don't know how to set binds, just go to controller setup in the settings and just look for the 2 kick buttons, as you can see here. So I'm going to set it to RT. You don't have to set it to the same position that I have. Just, you know, find whatever works best for you and then set a 3 plus 4 bind. So once you've done that, basically all you have to do is just use that button instead of 3, and you will get the electric wall god kick. I'm getting misinputs right there. There you go. So that's why it looks like I still get the same move. So as you can see, the misinput that I got when trying to do electric wall god kick is down 3 plus 4. Now you see you get an actual button that comes out, and the reason why this is better is with the guaranteed follow-ups, you see you still get a little bit of damage, which, like I said again, could be the difference between winning the game or not. Also the counter hit property, so it has a counter hit property. So yep, so counter hits, so you can get a potential counter hit if the person presses after, like, say they're knocked down. The issue is though, it is -15 on block, so just be aware. The reason why I still think this is okay to just still use is because there is a follow-up, as you can see. Down 3 plus 4, 4, there's a follow-up to it, so that's why people most of the time don't even punish down 3 plus 4. Also the fact that down 3 plus 4 itself, Reina is in a crouching state, so jabs like punishes with a high in them will whiff on her. So they have to do a mid, they have to know to do a mid, and yeah, sometimes you can just get away with it. So it's honestly, it's still, you know, worth it. And the fact that you can still get guaranteed damage after getting a misinput makes it totally worth it. So that's why I would say to use CD3 plus 4 over CD3. So my next tip is to use Reina's generic 2 plus 4 throw when your back is against the wall. So there's a lot of reasons why you should do this. So first of all, it's 12 frames fast, so it's very quick. One of Reina's fastest moves. So if you find, you know, a gap in your opponent's pressure. Second of all, it's homing. As you see, there's homing trail spikes, so completely tracks you both left and right. And this is very good for Reina, as a lot of her pokes, they just don't track. So it's, you know, very useful for people who are stepping. The last reason, and I think the most important reason, is because of what happens where, you know, when you hit it and when the opponent breaks it. So it's side switches. So I'm gonna grab the bot, and you see side switches. So you may be asking, okay, yeah, it's side switches, but that's if the opponent doesn't break it. And you know, generic throws are easy to break than command throws, so you may be like, oh, it's not even that useful, but this is what happens when I set the opponent to break the throw. So put throw escape on, I'm gonna throw him, and yeah, even on throw escape we still swap sides, so now his back is against the wall. And even though I'm -6, there's quite a lot of space between us. If he throws an attack, I can still whiff punish him, or you know, I can backdash a bit, pay an attack, or if he's just standing still, I can just wave dash in. So it's very good. It's quite an underrated way of escaping the wall, and it's not something that's completely unique to Reina, but not everyone in the cast has this. You know, Reina's fortunate to have this, so I think this is a pretty underrated way, but a really good way to get yourself out of the wall. So my final tip is also related to when your back is against the wall, and that is to use Reina's wall jumps. So a lot of people don't even know that wall jumps are a thing in this game. So the way you input this is to press back, back, up, back. So when you do that, you get a wall jump. And Reina's one is pretty decent as it launches on hit. So you can do down forward 2, down forward 1 for an easy combo, or something like forward 2, sentai 3, down forward 1, and then you know, the rest of the staple combo. So you can do some very nice combos from it, get some nice damage, and also on block. So if I get Heihachi to block here, I'm gonna do it. It's +4, so that's really nice there, +4. But the only problem I'd say with this move is it does not have a lot of range. So as you can see there, it didn't land, and it is quite slow. But it's something that no one really expects because it's so niche. A lot of people don't even know it's in the game. So it's very good to throw off your opponent once in a while. So I think that's another really good option that you can do when your back is against the wall. So that's been it for this video. If you guys found it helpful, then please leave a like and comment if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.